Alright, so G-Wagons are basically a glorified tractor. They'll go anywhere. In mud and snow, they're second to nothing. Nothing. Not Range Rover. Well, wait a minute. They're second to one thing. Well, wait a minute. Earth movers and shit like that, okay, it's kind of hard to beat. But that being said, they are second to an H1. Do we know what an H1 is? Well, that is a Hummer, and that's not the wife's Hummer, which is an H3. That is the H1 that the military uses.
Yes, sir.
And the civilian models work just as good.
Yes, sir.
Okay? And the reason they're second is because the H1 is bigger. Everything is bigger. On this, the front ball that the front tires pivot on, yeah,
yes.
it's this big. Okay? And on an H1, it's this big. Okay? So, we don't know which came first, the chicken or the egg, but we know that the H1 suspension is extremely similar to this car. And if you do the math on G-Wagon and when they started and when the H1 started,
79. Shah of Iran.
there may have been some larceny there with Mercedes. But you didn't hear that from me. Alright, so this has been striking. So I wanna push that dude in and kind of position this striker and see where it falls. So it's in a little bit more now, and it's a little bit lower. So we're gonna snug this, and we're gonna see how the door shuts. I moved it, so we're screwed. All right, here, let's just try this all over. We want it just loose enough to move. Okay. All right, so we got that. Let's get her close. All right. Stick it in again, and we're going to see what we can get. I'm holding in the button on the door handle so that doesn't latch, because if that latches, then all bets are off. That striker's going to end up anywhere but where we want it. Okay, now if you watch the striker, when I push it in, it changes position. Okay, and then when I pull it out, it stays.
So it's the right position.
Yeah. This striker design is extremely similar to the striker design on an early 123 or
What's that? H1?
240D, 300D, cars in the 70s, 70s and 80s. So I'm going to be careful not to spin, twist, or change the position of this while I snug it. Then I'm going to take this dude and lock it down gingerly. Okay, that's all. If you go any harder with that, you're going to strip that. The way to not strip that, that is a trick for another day. Okay, so now we're going to tighten up the Phillips, and this striker will be adjusted properly. In the event this doesn't resolve the situation we're trying to resolve, we're going to sell the customer the latch inside the door. And when we sell the customer the latch inside the door, he's going to choke. So what previously went, or actually went ga-ba-ga-ba-ga, and then it just didn't go all the way, now goes a little bit better.
There you go.
See this? That's what it was doing all the time. I'm putting no pressure on that. Okay? Okay, so now we're going to close it.
That's it.
Okay? I don't want to slam it. Let's go back here and look at this door. Okay, so this is the rear.
Perfect.
That shuts.
Perfect.
Wunderbar. Okay? Wunderbar. It's a wunderbar. All right?
Perfect.
Front door had to be slammed like that to shut.
That's right.
Okay? Now, we look at two things here.
Okay.
This really should be giving us a little bit of problem, but it's not, because this component right here is actually striking all the way out on the edge. But it works tits, so we're not going to mess with it.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. This guy here, if we look in there, where's that light? Up there at the end. So if we look in here at this one, it is further into the striking point, that round pin. There's clearance between our latch and the striker plate. If we look at this one, minimal clearance. Okay? But this door shuts nicely. Front doors tend to get beaten up.
Yeah, it gets used more.
Yep. So now the test, we're going to drive it and see if that light goes out with the door shut. If it does, the switch if the light goes out when we shut the door, great. If it doesn't, then the switch inside this latch is not functioning properly, and we will do exploratory surgery on this door, pull the panel and inspect it. If there's nothing we can do on that,